All right, good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel Rock and Roll DoorDash. Rock and Roll DoorDash is your channel for tricks, techniques, and tales from the dash. So real quick, this is an absolutely amazing tale from the dash. This happened on February the 1st, 2021. That was Monday. So Monday was just a couple minutes ago. It's a little bit after midnight. Yes, I've had a couple of beers, so I apologize if I'm a little chatty. But this was so amazing, and I apologize if I get a little bit emotional in advance. This was such an amazing, not a delivery, but a pickup. So, allow me to explain. But first, a little backstory. This is my DoorDash bag. I acquired this bag in late May of 2020, and it has survived 1,403 deliveries at the present count, and an untold number of canceled deliveries, because I finally just started keeping a spreadsheet of all my shit. But you can tell that it's been through some abuse. I'll try to get the pictures in here. Yeah, there's some insulation missing. You know, I still got the plastic binder in the bottom, but it's been through it. It's torn a little bit. You know, it's had some problems, but it served me well. And I've got 2 new ones on the way. I just got the order confirmation this morning that they have shipped, so I should have them probably within a day or 2. But anyway, to the point, because I know some of your attention spans are about the length of a gnat. So let me get right to it. I picked up my first order of the afternoon shift, let us call it, or early evening shift of February the 1st, 2021. This was at Gyro at 19th and Cleveland Northwest in the North Canton, Ohio zone in the state of Ohio. And when I went in, the order was itself, it was a $3 tip, a $3 base pay, and an additional $5 promo due to the snow and the current weather conditions here in North Canton, Ohio. And it was going a total, I think, of 5.1 or 5.6 miles. I'll have a screenshot in this video. Now, some of you drivers may be thinking to yourself, would I have taken that? Would I have not taken it? I don't know. Let's exclude the $5 promo for the moment. Would you have taken that order? Let me know in the comments, yes or no. I took the order because, as some of you in a Facebook group know, I take orders. I'm a crazy man. I take orders because I think everybody should eat. And I'll explain that more in depth later on, what my psychology is behind that. But anyway, to the fucking point. Eric, man, you babble on nonstop. Get to the point, dude. So I'm in there, and I'm waiting for this order. I tell them who it's for. It's for my girl, Bailey G. So Bailey G, man, your timing was amazing. Thank you so much for that order. What an amazing situation. All thanks to you being hungry at the right time. I'm in there, and I see a lady in front of me waiting in line. And, you know, she's a nice lady. She seems like a nice lady anyway. She has a nice tone of voice. And she says she's there for an order. She's not a delivery driver, but she's just there picking up her own order, as it turns out. But me being the friendly, chatty kind of dude that I am, I asked her, I said, hey, are you a DoorDash driver? She goes, no, I used to be, but I used to do it full time, actually, but I kind of gave it up after last year after I did my taxes. So I'm thinking she's a little jaded, and I totally can understand that. I just qualified for Top Dasher for February, so trust me. The hell I went through to get to that point today, making this video and being able to say that, you know, I'm a big fan of the band Iron Maiden, but that was actually a medieval torture device for any of you that are not aware of history and medieval torture devices. I like that kind of morbid, I have a morbid curiosity, if you will, with respect to that. But the Iron Maiden, as Bill and Ted quoted it so eloquently, you know, the king said, put them in the Iron Maiden. And Bill and Ted were like, excellent. And then the king says, execute them. And they're like, oh, yes. Yeah. Seen Iron Maiden 3 times in concert. They are amazing. Wow. If you get the chance, highly recommend it. Those guys are getting old before they die. So let's hope they go on tour one more time. But Eric, you're babbling on. Dude, get to the goddamn point. So this woman, I'm talking to her, and she goes, you know, I bought this big pizza bag, and then I quit DoorDashing. Like a week before I got the pizza bag in the mail, I quit. And I'm like, wow. She goes, I'll give it to you. And I'm like, wow, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Didn't even know her name. I was like, I've been looking for a pizza bag forever. I can never seem to find the places that are giving out pizza bags at the right time. Everybody beats me to it. And quite honestly, I'm poor and I take a lot of shitty orders, so I don't have a lot of disposable income. So I haven't been able to buy a pizza bag yet. And the DoorDash bags I've heard are kind of junk. So, I want to buy a good pizza bag because I like hot pizza and I think everybody should have hot pizza. Hot pizza, excuse me. Anyway, I get my order for my customer and I said, well, I have to go deliver my order. But she goes, well, hang on a second, my food's not quite ready yet. I'll walk up to my car. And I'm like, wow, what a nice lady. And I tell you, initially my first reaction to her when I saw her and I looked at her, this piercing blue eyes. I mean, just so bright-eyed and happy and such a genuine look in her eyes, just a genuinely cool person. So that was kind of fun. And I'm genuinely kind of a negative, kind of a jerk, quite frankly, to be honest with you. I'm kind of a dick. But anyway, we go out to her car, and her car happened to be parked across from mine, so it worked out really nicely. And she opens her trunk and pulls out this pizza bag. Now, I have yet to actually take this thing out of the damn wrapper, and I will put a link to the website with this specific pizza bag and the 2PC code, because I actually looked it up. But here this thing is, okay? One more time. I just want you guys to see this thing, and I'll put up a screenshot of the actual little placard inside of it. It holds like 6 pizzas at once. It's got room for a heating element in it. Wow, mind blown. That's a pizza bag, and then some. That's a crazy, huge pizza bag. But that wasn't the only surprise that this lady gave to me. She also handed me this monster. That's a catering bag, ladies and gentlemen, and there's the top of it right there. Try to get it in the video. It's got a nice big, like a plastic covering where you could slip in probably the equivalent of like a 4x7 postcard, actually, but a nice identification card at least to identify, Rock and Roll DoorDash, and if lost, please return to XYZ. It's also got dual zippers and conveniently a nice strap with a padded handle. And this thing's probably big enough. I would say the biggest Chipotle orders I have ever received, I could fit comfortably 6 of them in there with absolutely no problem. And I'm going to estimate this one's value at probably around $25, maybe even $30. In an initial glance, without actually going back and looking at the website specifically, this pizza bag was like 24 or maybe like 22, but I didn't look at the shipping costs. But I'll just take a low estimate and say that this lady handed me almost $50 worth of equipment for my particular brand of DoorDash, Rock and Roll DoorDash. That's what I call myself on YouTube. And this was an expense I couldn't actually afford to make myself because it's like that. But this lady gave this to me out of the generousness of her own heart and just out of pure 100% kindness. But this is what really freaked me out. This is what was so amazing that provoked me to make the comment on the Akron Canton DoorDash Grubhub drivers Facebook group that my first order of the evening of February 1st, 2021 was so amazing I was going to make a video about it. As we were walking out of the restaurant, Papa Gyro's, she said to me, she goes, you look really familiar to me, which was odd because I had a hat on, I had like a wool hat on, and I had a mask on, so the only thing she could see was my eyes and my glasses. And maybe it was my voice that she recognized, but she said, we worked together once. She goes, I was the one that fell. And I looked at her and I said, Pam. And she looked at me and she said, Eric. That was like 2 years ago. So let that digest for just a second or two longer on this video if you've hung in this long. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, what are the odds of that? That's an order that some drivers would have accepted, some would have felt that wasn't worth their effort, some may have taken out of necessity or whatever other motivation you may have for door dashing. But what are the odds that, whatever you want to even call it, fate, I don't even know another word for it. I like to think I'm fairly smart, but I'm kind of fairly a dumbass too. So I don't know if any of you are really college smart, like a video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. If you think I'm just rattling on aimlessly, feel free to comment. I really try to take negative criticism as much as I take positive criticism, but frankly, not to sound like a dick, but I do this for me, not for you. It's more of a statement. But I was so amazed by this just unbelievable act of generosity. Pam, number one, it was so wonderful to see you again. And so wonderful to see you walking and just cruising smooth, even over ice in the parking lot. Good for you. So good to see that, number one. That's amazing. That's wonderful. But number two, thank you for the generous gifts for my business and for me. But number three, and most sincerely and most appropriately, thank you. Thank you for remembering me for whatever reason. If I told an offensive joke, which I know quite a few, and you remembered that, I'm sorry. If you remembered me because I said something funny, that's great. If you remembered me because I was pretty animated and kind of a wild, kind of a crazy man, that's cool too. I don't know, maybe any other reason you would want to admit to, but my last comment on this whole situation is got a brand new bed. It's very simple. The joy of the internet is that people can find one another. And I was so overwhelmed by this act of generosity that I completely forgot to promote myself. I had completely forgot to tell this wonderful person I haven't seen in many years, and the last time I saw her, she was injured, what my YouTube channel was. It's Rock and Roll DoorDash. So if any of you out there in my Facebook group, which I call my because I'm part of it and I feel like that's awesome, and thank you so much for making me part of you guys. And I can say my because I want to share it with other people because you guys are just fucking awesome and you welcome me in. So thanks so much. Rock and Roll DoorDash, man, I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, if any of you know a lady named Pam that used to work at Superior Dairy, maybe like 2-3 years ago, somewhere in that area, and maybe she got hurt. If you know that lady or you happen to bump into her, link the channel to her. Let her know, man. Eric was just so overwhelmed he was so stupid he forgot to tell you. So, wow, I made this whole video thanks to you, and damn it, I forgot to tell you to watch it. Oops. But maybe somebody out there in internet land will help out. But anyway, I've been rattling on for quite a while, so I hope you guys stuck it out. I'll have to think of a real snappy title to maybe keep you interested. But anyway, Rock and Roll DoorDash, your channel for tricks, techniques, and tales from the dash. And just a word to the wise. Sometimes those little crazy orders that don't seem like they're really maybe worth your time or effort, boy, I tell you what, not only do they bear gifts, but they bear internet-worthy stories. And man, that is cool. And I'll tell you what, Pam, thank you so much once again. From me, Eric, here at Rock and Roll DoorDash, to you, a lady I worked with that fell down one day. I can't play it very well, but I'll tell you what, if I could play it really well and I wasn't a couple of beers into this video, I would play something for you. But I tell you what, I definitely appreciate you, and you most certainly have given me the beat to keep on rocking tonight. Pam, thank you. Rock and Roll DoorDash says thank you. I say thank you. I wish you love and success in 2021. To my fans, thank you. To my haters, thank you very much. Keep on doing your job. Everybody else, If you stumbled across this video coming down the YouTube rabbit hole and you were just bored or you woke up thinking, who is this fucking clown and what is he yakking about? Hit a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Subscribe. I will keep on yakking. And yeah, we'll keep on talking shit. And it's all good. Love you guys. Thanks.